Welcome, everybody. We're bringing it back to the barn. We're so happy to be back. It's been a minute. We've been busy with some live shows, collaborating with Leucadia Main Street, but we're here. How you feeling, Kyre?
Feeling good, man. Really, really excited about our guest today. It's a really special show. And so we have John Barry from Rolling from the Heart Foundation and our buddy Dan Cervantes over here from Blind Owl, Mrs. Henry. And we're going to get into a little bit about what these guys do. And we're, like Zach was saying, we're just excited to be back. So, what do you think? Should we start with some music?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Feeling great, Zach.
How you feeling, John?
Good.
We're happy to have you guys. Let's listen to some live music, huh?
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for having me. This is a song called Keep On Walking.
The distance between 2 points is a line. To cross it or create it can divide. What's the difference between a coincidence and a sign? If it's not the destination, it's the ride. You make a bridge to close a gap. No understanding's where it's at. And if there's something there that's there, then it's the truth. You gotta listen to your gut when it talks to you, because the heart, it always knows just what to do. If it's broken, it needs repair, and the working may not be fair. Nobody ever said it's gonna be easy, so take care. And take the path of least resistance. Say the least that needs forgiveness. Know that sleeping dogs may be dreaming, and there's nothing wrong with that. So leave some stones unturned, so some of us can learn. And let the questions that go unanswered just be reasons to look back. Cause when your compass points, you know, but the river's running south, it's best to keep on walking and turn around. Stories are sometimes harder to tell than others. Some strangers you meet again and some are brothers. You give a chance to make amends and ask the same of a friend. And just because it happened once doesn't mean it again. So be kind to your thoughts and be kind to you. And just because you think it's real doesn't mean that it's true. You make a bridge to close a gap. No understanding's where it's at. Nobody ever said it's gonna be easy, so take care. And take the path of least resistance. Say the least that needs forgiveness. No memory is a memory, and nothing more than that. So be wise with words that are spoken, cause scars cannot be forgotten. And if it means that much, then the slightest touch can be a hammer to the head. Cause when your compass points, you know, and the river's running south, it's best to keep on walking and turning around. It's best to keep on walking and swim and drown. It's best to keep on walking and turn around.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
There's a song called Keep On Walking.
Great tune, man. That's from your solo stuff, right? Dude Cervantes.
That's a song. It's out there on Spotify and Amazon and Apple, all those platforms.
Sweet.
Ways to listen to music. We gotta have all the ways we can get.
It's true.
Should I sing another?
Yeah. Let's hear one more, and then we'll get into it.
This is a song that's called "Strange Feelings," and this is on a record that I'll be putting out this year.
Nice.
And it's about needing to go take a walk. A lot of walking. 10,000 steps.
You gotta get your steps in. Yeah.
That's the theme.
This is about a walk you maybe don't want to take. Think about things.
She's walking alone this time, and he's singing all alone in a home. He says it feels like mine, and that is fine. And he's waiting, killing time, 'cause she's on her way back home all alone. She says, I feel like crying, and that is fine. They've got those strange feelings that don't know what to do. Walking around their room, 'cause he's done singing them wrong, and it won't be long until she's in my view. What can you do? And she's waiting out her gloom, 'cause she's done and she isn't wrong, and it won't be long until he's in my view. What can you do? They got those strange feelings but don't know what to say. Strange feelings, I hope they go away. I hope they go away. Now they're wishing while they're waiting with all their time, that they were both just back at home, leaving alone those strange feelings behind. Well, maybe next time.
Didn't even want to start clapping. It's like that end of a recording take where you're like, all right,
Let it
no
roll.
one, no, wait, let that cymbal ring out for fucking 2 hours. Beautiful song, man.
Thank you,
so
Kyre.
2 songs, yeah. Well, super excited to talk to you. There's so much exciting stuff to talk to you about tonight, and but let's maybe, we're so lucky to have 2 special guests tonight. So maybe Zach, you want to start off with some questions for John?
You know, we've known each other for a long time. I love what you're doing with Rolling from the Heart, and it's such a necessary attribute to our community, and just so many lives have been affected positively through it. For those that don't know about it, do you want to give them a little introduction of what you guys are doing?
Sure. A quick synopsis. Hey, that was beautiful, Dan. Thanks.
Thank you, John.
And I'm honored to be here, and it's just it's really a cool collaboration. So thanks.
Really appreciate that.
So Rolling from the Heart started in just about 9 years ago, and how Rolling from the Heart started was what you people know, but probably a lot of people who listening don't. Our son was named Ian Barry. His nickname was Poods, and Ian passed away about it'll be 10 years in September 27th. And from Ian's passing, in our desire or our inability or ability and inability, our questions to deal with the grief and how to deal with the grief and how to try and live through the grief, we decided, myself and my wife Allison, who's here in the studio but didn't want to be on camera, and our daughter Kiva, knew we wanted to channel that grief into something positive. And so we sat and thought about it some, and we thought, okay, what are the things that Ian loved? Well, Ian first of all, loved his friends. But Ian loved to skateboard. He loved to surf. He loved riding his Harley. And he loved people. And so we decided to, in order to try and honor Ian's life, that we would start a foundation to do those things. And we figured the easiest way to do it was with skateboarding, and the best way to do it was with kids and young adults in the San Diego community who don't have an opportunity to do those things. And really what it was our desire to spread what we felt were Ian's strongest attributes, which were kindness, compassion, acceptance, tolerance, and love, to the broader community, and especially through kids who maybe on a daily basis aren't getting to live those attributes or getting those attributes modeled as much as they should be. And by doing it in a fun way, using skateboarding and surfing and sending kids to camp, being outdoors. Unfortunately, we couldn't incorporate the Harley thing into it.
Come on.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe that's a dream. So that's where it started. So we've been at it 9 years. It's been an incredibly amazing ride, and I think the honestly, for myself, and I think I'm going to speak for Allison, the most powerful thing that's come out of it is what we do for the kids that we serve and the community that we serve in large. But I think just as big a part of it, and that's what I'd like to kind of focus more on tonight, is this type of collaborative thing that's happened, because it's happened so much in our community with people who knew Ian or were touched by Ian, who wanted to do something, give back. And this is their way of giving back, either through, some type of visual arts, photography, music events, golf tournaments. And it's just been amazing. And what it's done for Allison and I is it's allowed us to stay in Ian's life, which we wouldn't have been able to do, because the reality is, we wouldn't be hanging out with you guys. We wouldn't be here tonight if we hadn't lost Ian. So that's the gift that Ian keeps giving back to us, and that's what we cling on to. And also knowing that we are having a positive impact in a lot of kids' lives.
Absolutely. Wow. It's so beautiful what you guys are doing. And I know 1,000 times over that Ian is just overwhelmed with gratitude for what you guys are doing, and what you guys are doing, mentoring these younger kids and teaching them how to skate and just teaching them how to be a respectful, growing, loving human, is exactly what Ian used to do to me as one of his friends when we would see each other at the skate park, and I would be struggling on a trick, and he'd be like, "Oh, have you tried just leaning into it a little bit more?" But he always took the time to just share, and such a loving individual. And so doing stuff like this really makes us warm up inside, and the collaborative approach is what we all got to do.
Yeah.
Stay together, you know?
Yeah.
Totally. Just bring everyone together, man. I couldn't have said it better. Sorry, I'm so choked up.
That's all right.
But yeah, man, it's so beautiful what you guys are doing, and the fundraisers that you have. If for everyone listening out there, there's always some cool events. I know I've played music at a couple of them that you guys have had, cool raffles, and so there's ways to support if you don't want to get involved with sessions, and because we'll talk about how people can get involved and stuff too. But yeah, just so awesome, man. Love it.
Yeah.
And Dan, did you grow up skating at all, Dan? Or
I did not. I am not that coordinated.
you were just shredding on.
If I could have used my hand, maybe that's right.
Well, a tech
Maybe
deck,
tech.
you know?
Maybe tech tech.
There you go.
There we go.
Dude, you had to have done that in
No,
middle
I wish.
school.
It
high
looked
school.
cool. It's still cool.
Right. But no, everyone's got their own thing for
There's
sure.
definitely an overlap though with music and skateboarding. You know, it's like, have you ever been to a skate park and there's no music? There's always like, you know,
Right.
Oh,
that
yeah.
overlap.
We've
Right.
talked about this a lot on the show, had different like skaters on and musicians and stuff. So
That's
yeah,
true.
it's a beautiful thing, just being creative, you know, that's what it's all about. And offering people who can't get creative and stuff and have a positive influence is definitely the most powerful thing I could ever think of that someone could do for the community. So thank you again.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the skating for a lot of guys, for a lot of people who are involved in it, it actually, there's this joining together, right? Of like there's skaters who are not, you know, they're not into music, or, you know, they're not artists at all, and then there's artists who like to skate, and there's, you know, people on the fringe, and it kind of draws it all in. It has there's this crazy creative side to skating that. And I think part of it is because it's such an accepting community, you know, much like the music community. So it's a beautiful thing to see how it all, you know, it weaves in and out of the fabric of life. And it's been interesting as an adult who grew up on the East Coast, who didn't know what a fucking skateboard was until I came out here. And when my kids started wanted to skateboard, I was like, oh shit, you know, he's going to end up in jail at 12. You know, I was one of those parents. I was. And then I had to learn
Rightfully so.
and what we learned from skating is that through Ian getting into the skate community and joining the skate community, it opened him up to be an incredibly accepting person. You know, and because he just met guys from all different walks of life, and I think he just had this ability to just accept people for who they were. So, and you know, in doing so, I think opened our hearts up more to not be so judgmental. I think that's one of the biggest things that I learned from my son, is that, you know, I feel like I've always had a really kind heart, but I was judgmental. And I've learned to be way less judgmental and always check that. And it came through Ian, for sure.
That's a really positive thing to come out of. Wow. Well, I mean, creativity is really what drives us. What drives you to be creative, Dan? I know you have so many different things. You wear a lot of different hats with your record label, Blind Owl. You got your solo project, your band, Mrs. Henry. You guys are always doing cool videos and skits and promos. So what makes you tick?
You know, to keep just doing what we're doing. Keep doing things. Keep having more people know about what we're doing.
Growing
and doing something good. And put something good out there in the universe, you know. I think we need as much of that as we can get.
For sure, man. Just spreading that positivity and
Spreading the love.
Exactly,
That's what we want to be spreading. That's a good thing to spread.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Right. Spread love, not COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Rolling from the Heart's doing. Spreading love. That's what we're trying to do here, and definitely it just
Spread it like butter, baby.
yeah. Right. So cool. So so you said you have a new solo record about to come out.
Yeah, I have a new solo record that will be out this year. I don't know when yet, but
You got a title working for it, or?
yeah, it's called Everyone, Everywhere, and Everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Were those two songs that you sang going to be on it? Are those
Yes,
two?
yeah,
All right,
those two songs are on it, and it's It's a record I recorded actually at the end of 2018 and then all of 2019 that planned to put out in 2020, and then, you know, things happen, life happens. And so it's getting to see the light of day this year.
Nice.
And it's
exciting.
a lot of songs that I wrote over the course of 2017 to 2019 that just struck home with me and struck a chord. And a lot of it's just 12-string guitar and vocal, and then some, you know, feathers here and there with some strings, and a lot of rad friends involved that I'm very fortunate to have had on the record too. So
That's awesome, man. Well, I know you're a big music fan, right?
Yeah.
I've heard about your listening room. Zach.
Special place.
Yeah.
Some
I don't
hype it up.
play. I don't sing. I listen. Yeah.
We'll have to get
that's
you.
a gift in itself, man. Listen,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't listen.
No.
Right? We need musicians need listeners,
Yeah.
because otherwise then there's just no way to keep it going. Like Dan's saying,
Right.
gotta keep it growing so
Right.
you can keep it going.
Exactly. And the cool thing is I love to share the music, you know.
That's awesome.
Turn people on to stuff they haven't heard before, and obscure artists, and, you know, just to be able to share it. And so that's, you know, if I do have a hand in the music, you know, field at all, it's just sharing. There's so much good stuff out there that people haven't heard about, that people
all
just
about.
don't get enough chops for. And you know, so I love to do that, to just spread that music around.
That's what it's all about. Well, maybe if you like Dan's stuff, you'll spread the word.
I will.
It's a good thing to
Yeah.
spread.
It
You
is.
want to do another tune for us?
Sure,
maybe?
yeah.
What's next on the
Do another
list?
tune.
Yeah, is this
All right.
is this also going to be on the new album, or is it a deep cut, or what are we talking
It's
here?
not so much a deep cut. This is here we go. This is I'm gonna play 2 songs on this nylon
Sweet.
guitar.
Those sounding good at sound check.
Yeah, I first
Exciting.
started playing a nylon guitar as a wee lad. My dad had a nylon guitar under the bed, and he
awesome.
would only bring it out at like 2 a.m. when he was super drunk, tequila, and everybody was, you know. I was-
right. He just gave you a little whiskey.
But yeah, so I always loved this style guitar, and
Your
this
dad
is
is a big inspiration.
a big
for you, huh?
inspiration. Yeah, he
That's
still is.
awesome.
He's a good dude. I
That's
feel
so
very
awesome.
thankful that he supports the arts here in San Diego, supports live music, and loves being at shows. You could probably see
So
him
awesome.
if he's not at the show
I've
you're
seen
at
him
with me, he's
before.
at the next one.
Yeah, he's the man.
he loves to have a good time.
Hell yeah.
So this song is a song that's called Everything, and I first recorded this song for an album called Otai that's by a band I'm in called Mrs. Henry, and I then recorded
Legendary.
it on my own my first solo record that I put out in 2017, and will be returning to the Spotify's and the Apples and the Amazon Music on February 14th.
Exciting.
Day that came on.
Valentine's
Came out.
Day.
Valentine's Day, V-Day. It's intimate.
what?
Dude.
Yeah. I wrote
I
this
love that.
record, and
You're a lover.
It's a lover's record. It's about love ending and beginning, and all the beauty of it, and the pain and the pleasure. So this is a song called Everything, and it goes like this.
Sick.
Everything's gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be alright. They said today the world's supposed to end, but I just don't feel like crying. I told myself one day I'm gonna change, So maybe today I'm gonna feel like trying. Everything's gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be alright. A bucket of tears ain't gonna wash it away, but everything's gonna be alright. The bus drove by with all the people for heaven. I guess I know I wasn't meant to be. The preacher said one day you'll sing in the choir. Well, I guess that man went and lied to me. Oh, everything's gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be alright. A father and man ain't gonna tempt his fate, but everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful dynamics. Very nice.
I definitely believe those lyrics too. We're gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay.
Exactly. That's if there's one thing that we know, like life is good. You know,
Life is good.
Word.
Some of my favorite
Blessed to
songs
be alive.
are those mantra songs, though, where it's like you don't even know how it got stuck in there, but then later, halfway through the day, you're like, everything's gonna be okay. It's like you start humming the melody, and it's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
What were you going through when you wrote that?
You know, real talk. So I had a friend.
It's up to you. It's, you know.
I had a friend that, you know, just in life, you have people come and people go. And I had a friend that passed away and died in a DUI accident. And I went to go see one of my friends in her apartment, and she was crying. And I picked up her guitar and I just started playing that song.
Wow.
And
Heavy.
then the funeral happened, and I kept the song there for a couple of years and just would play it, and then something else happened. Another person came and went, and then I finished it and
Wow.
recorded it. So when I made the Otai record with Mrs. Henry, I had all the songs done, and I was like, I need an acoustic, like, last minute song. So I just recorded it and put it on there and did it in a day, and then now it's out there.
I love it, man.
Wow.
It's a great song.
Thank you.
Yeah. Seriously. Beautiful. Wow.
What do you think?
We're so lucky
Yeah.
to be here right
So
now.
happy to have you guys
Thank you.
here.
Such strong energy.
How about that sunset?
That sunset was incredible
dude.
tonight.
Yes. That's the
Zach.
fortunate thing of being, you know, on the West Coast. I mean,
Right?
can't beat that sunset.
So true, man.
It's like almost every day here.
We try
too.
to we can try to recreate it with the purple lights and stuff, but
We could try.
it's nothing like
Yeah.
it.
Try,
Right?
yeah.
Sweet. Well, you want to do one more tune? And then-
Sure, I'll do one more tune.
Cool. On the nylon.
Twist my arm. All right, this is gonna be a song I did not write, but I really love it. And when I came in today to the barn, there's a beautiful fire pit going, and I like to sing this song when I'm around. I love fires, not in like a pyromania way, but
I feel the same way.
I mean, hey, who doesn't like to light a fire? But I love fires when I'm going camping, and this is totally like a camping song, just a favorite of mine.
Awesome.
A full moon somewhere.
Saw it written and I saw it say, pink moon is on its way, but none of you could stand so tall. Pink moon's gonna get ya all, and it's a pink moon. It's a pink moon. Saw it written and I saw it say, pink moon is on its way, and none of you could stand so tall. Pink moon's gonna get ya on, it's a pink moon. Hey, it's a pink moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That deep big moon.
Man, yeah.
Gorgeous.
It's a song by Nick Drake.
Oh, okay.
By Nick Drake. Pink
Nice.
Moon.
Pink moon.
Pink
Oh,
moon.
okay.
Pink.
Sorry. The monitor isn't facing me, so I thought you were saying big moon. Sweet.
Love that,
Well, thanks for making him sound good over there, Andrew. We got Andrew Ware always helping us out. with the
Always glad to help out.
with his big mustache. I don't know if we can face the camera over at that real quick, but he's a beautiful man. Just recently got engaged, got a house, got a new house. So very exciting. And Ryan, our man behind the camera too. Thanks to him.
Also got a nice mustache.
Also, yeah, they're kind of competing for a mustache.
It's not a competition.
I mean, no one can compete with Andrew on a mustache competition,
I'm sure
except
there's
for
somebody out there.
maybe Dan Sideburns. They might be competing.
Dan, can you move those on above your lip?
I got them glued on right now, but normally I can just pop
Next
Okay,
time.
okay.
Next time.
So,
Yeah, I love it.
It's a beautiful song, man. I love that take on that tune.
thank you.
You're right, though. We should have just broke down everything, moved it by the fire pit, and just,
Yeah, well,
Fireside.
and we've been doing all these things out by the fire until this is the first one back in. So I'm like, shoot, dang, should we have done it at the fire?
Just bring the fire pit in here. Right?
That's true. That's,
you could do that.
That's
right?
safe. Yeah.
So the whole-
Chimney going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
Right in the
We'll just
center.
build a chimney and a fireplace. Why
Get
not?
on it, Kyre. Get on it.
Cool. Well, yeah, I know that you have, like I've been saying, you have so many cool things you're doing. Like, what's your favorite part about music? Like, is it running the label or the live shows, or you're always hustling so much?
Yeah, I think it's getting to make the music and where you get to make it, and the
journey.
live shows, the recordings, the traveling. I just took a trip to Mexico City this last week, and even getting an opportunity to go there and
So
see
cool.
a part of the world I've never been. And I feel fortunate that music has taken me to places I never would have dreamed I would have gone, and get to tell people about it and stories about it and sing about it. And
Yeah, man. Mrs. Henry's such a brotherhood and such a cool band, and like you guys just have this trajectory going. You've been doing so many cool videos and different like skits, and they did this Last Waltz show. I don't know if you heard about it. Recreated the band's The Last Waltz, second time at the Belly Up, and had some crazy guests. So we definitely got to hear a little bit about that. and
Yeah.
stuff.
So what's funny enough, John was a part of the first time we did the Last Waltz at the Belly Up.
Oh, really?
We
I was a guest. You didn't see I was
he
singing
was a
back.
guest. He was on
See,
the ticket stub.
Dude, I couldn't make the Last Waltz because I had a gig
were
or
on
something.
violin,
that night.
right,
I didn't
John?
make either one,
violin
dude.
and the spoons
The spoons,
Really?
yeah.
Dang. See, that's how
Spoons.
I'm like so out of it. I wasn't even there.
and hand claps.
And hand claps. Allison was on washboard. You know, it was good.
Critical.
Yeah,
Dang,
yeah,
well, I feel like an idiot.
I first heard about Rolling from the Heart from that show because we donated a portion of the tickets.
Oh,
sales
that's so
to
cool. No
Rolling
way.
from the Heart, and I thought it was great, and I got to learn about it through that, and I was very
cool.
grateful to.
I didn't do my research, I guess.
How did that link up? I'm trying to remember how we linked.
You know, I know at the time of the Belly Up was
Chad.
Chad at the Belly Up. He made that happen, and I'm grateful. He was the one that even threw it at the band, like backstage when we were actually about to play, when we were playing the show with Monarch, and I think you were playing because I remember
Ocelot
playing
or
your
Featherstone or
ripping,
something?
yeah, the Monarch and Featherstone show. Right when we're about to play, he's like, "Hey, Dan," and pulled me aside, like literally, he's like, "I want to talk to you about this thing," as he kind of does, and like,
Got this
"All right, yeah, but I
idea."
gotta go play. He's like, "No, but you gotta hear." He's like, "I heard you guys play the band. Would you want to do this? We thought it'd be great. We've always thought it would be great to have a Last Waltz show here." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, tell me more, Chad." So. Yeah, he was actually the one that suggested it, and then we just kind of ran with it. And that first show, the first time we did it was in 2017. I think we ran with it more than anyone would have thought we would run with
Oh,
it.
dude, full on DVD,
guys-
vinyl records for us. Like,
Quote for quote, too. I remember being so surprised, being like, this is the Last Waltz.
Yeah.
recreation.
This is a live performance.
And that's why people were stoked and attended.
That was such a fun
was
night
such
of
a hit.
music. I remember like everybody, it was just so special what you guys did that day, and bringing just like hats off to you guys for bringing in other musicians and spreading the love with that too, in the same tradition that the band did originally.
And you're going to be doing it again, right?
We're going to do it again this year as long as, things go on, which I feel pretty good about. I think things are on the way up, I think I feel really good about that. And we did it. We performed the Last Waltz again November last year, 2021. And it was still in this Goldilocks zone. I'm really happy we got it. We did it. Because then everything kind of a couple weeks later, everything was like
golden hour for
the golden hour to
touring.
do it. We like squeezed it in. So we did 2 shows in 2021, and it was at our record release, the Music Box, and then the Last Waltz like a month later. And we had some really amazing guests involved on that performance, including Scarlett Rivera, who's she's well known for violin with Bob Dylan on the Rolling Thunder Review. If anyone's seen the Martin Scorsese documentary, she's violin all over the record Desire, and she's amazing and plays now. And I first knew of her. We played together on a record by Howling Rain that just came out last year, and we never met, but we both played on the same songs, and
So sick.
and I'm really fortunate she was able to be there, and it was phenomenal. Everything they say about it is true. She starts playing violin, and there's nobody else that plays violin like her. So
Wow.
she was involved. Really great guitarist and friend Isaiah Mitchell from Earthless, and now touring with the Black Crows,
So
was
cool.
with us. And then a friend of Chad Lee, Mark Ford, who was
He's
also
friends with Mark Ford. No.
Chad Lee's friends with Mark Ford. Chad Lee,
Black Crows guy.
yeah, ex-Black Crows. We had two crows hanging with us on the
Crazy.
way.
Careful with those
Crazy
crows. Once you
guess.
get to 3, you
I know.
They're gonna start pecking at everything.
Yeah, it might be too much, like have a explosion. But they were phenomenal. Like,
Heavy hitting guess.
yeah, amazing. And then another amazing guest, Jack Tempchin, who is just a tremendous singer-songwriter, local legend, wrote Peaceful Easy Feeling, Already Gone, amongst many amazing songs that you probably have heard, but you don't even know that he wrote them. And
So crazy.
yeah, he's become quite a kindred spirit, and we've made an amazing connection with him, with Mrs. Henry, that we're very excited about. I can't talk about too much, but
That on the hush.
but he hasn't left our universe yet.
Nice.
So,
Good. It's orbiting.
yeah, but a lot of, and that's all of people you might hear, like a lot of amazing local musicians, people who were at the first time we performed it, like Brian Barbrin, who's amazing and
Yeah,
one of the greatest
he is incredible.
frontman I've ever known, and just can steal the show. He steals the show every time, and just commanding stage presence. And the Fresh Veggies Micro Brass, who are just amazing
love
band on their own. Yeah,
Dude.
I know you guys have worked with Jesse Adello.
Yeah, we had Fresh Veggies on for episode 8. They were our 8th
Hard to keep
episode.
track, yeah, but they were here in the barn.
And we
Fireside.
always try and get Jesse, Willie, any of those guys to
Yeah.
be on any, since we were doing the Ursa Polaris sessions or anything, just like, those are the best guys.
Yeah. Good dudes,
Best horn
amazing
dudes.
musicians. And so, yeah, a lot of folks. I could go on and listen on and on, but some of the most talented in San Diego that we had the pleasure to share the stage with.
That's
So,
awesome, man. Well, it's cool that you're keeping it going and gonna do it up at the chapel and stuff. So
Yes, yeah. The plan is we're announcing the show in February. Maybe you heard it here first. So it's
it's all right. We take forever to get stuff online.
No,
so-
that's all right. No, it's all right.
No, we're gonna try to do
Yeah,
better
no,
now.
we want everyone
In 6 months when this episode is on YouTube. It'll be
Mel's got
way
it.
past that.
Yeah.
No.
That's so cool though, to share the night with Rolling from the Heart too, and just make the music expand and in love and in contributions as much as you can. John, what are some other ways Rolling from the Heart can gain support from the community? I know you guys have some options on your website.
Just any type of collaboration like that. Like just recently, I mean, that was an amazing connection. I think that might have come through Matt Weiss and
Oh yeah.
and then I
probably.
think David Stoddard knew Chad at the Belly Up. So there's there's this network out there that I'm not even familiar
Matt's
with.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Shout
these
out to
spider
Matt.
webs are. Yeah. So I mean, just recently,
Support his dog.
like collaborations like that. 454 Tattoo down on 101. It's been here forever. Somehow there's a tattoo artist there that knew Ian, and he mentioned it to the guys who own it, and they just recently had their 30th anniversary. So they had a big all-day event with live music and an art exhibit. And so they made that a fundraiser for Rolling from the Heart, and they called and told me they were going to do it, and I said, oh, that's cool, we'll stop by. And I thought it was going to be a little thing. I think they ended up raising like $4,000 or $5,000 for us.
Wow.
You know, just out of nowhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, look, I'm the most uninked dude that's on the planet. So, you know,
There was a lot. I remember driving by that day, and there was a line
it was
all the way
crazy.
Really?
past what's over there. There's Lou's, and there's like the dog veterinary
Right.
person. The next building over, there was a long line.
Yeah. It was, they had a great turnout. And what they did is they asked any of the tattoo artists to create some art that they could either auction off or sell, and they did, and they gave the proceeds to us. And then like a week or two later, I think you guys know that Ian used to work at Brixton, and a couple of guys who owned Brixton used to have a punk band called the Plug Uglies, and they get together like once a year, and
We're trying to get them on the show. My little brother's
really?
friends with some of their kids and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah. I'll
yeah,
give them a
we're-
plug. I'll plug for you. I'll give them a plug.
Yeah. Get us the word.
Yeah. But so they just did a live show at where was that? At the Moose Lodge in Oceanside.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
And
Classic.
raised a couple $1,000. So it's just all, you know,
Events.
a buddy of Ian's who he grew up with has a golf tournament every year, you know, all these things that I don't do, that I'm not involved with, that Allison doesn't do, but you know, it's again these people in our community who want to find a way to give, who want to be connected, and it really touches us, you know, because that's their way of showing they support. They can't come out to the programs, they don't skate, they're not going to take kids camping, but they want to show that they're supporting and that they believe in what we're trying to do, and so it's just a beautiful thing, and it just kind of keeps happening organically, which has been an amazing part of it, to just kind of throw it out in the universe and go, let's see what happens, and it keeps happening.
And it's incredible.
You know,
The
here
money
we are
goes
tonight.
towards either like a skateboard or a helmet, or you know, like you guys are trying to do the mobile skate park and bring those around. That's
For sessions.
Yeah.
It's really active change.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you
And one
guys
of our probably our proudest thing, of our proudest accomplishment, or one of them, but I think a part of it is we send kids to camp every year. There's a YMCA Lake Sequoia skate camp up at Lake
Stumbled
Sequoia.
across it one year when I was camping.
Oh,
I
did you
camped
really?
in the campground right above it, and yeah, it was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just amazing skate park with like 20 or 30 ramps and these cabins like out in the middle of the woods right on the lake.
Wow.
I mean, it's just a dream. And every year, I think we've sent kids for the last 5 years, and I think we've sent now 40 something, 50, Alice, up, 55, almost 60 kids, I think.
Wow, that's
to camp.
incredible.
And it's not cheap. So, you know, the people who donate, it goes to sending a kid to camp, because we give them transportation up there. We pay for their camp scholarship.
Wow.
You know, we give them a skateboard, shoes, we stoke them out. And these are kids who, almost every kid who we've sent, if they've been out of San Diego, they may have been to Los Angeles, but that's probably as far as they've been. And these kids have never experienced, you know, and it's life-changing.
Wow.
You know, and Ian loved to camp. He loved to be outside. He loved to sleep under the stars, and he loved to skate. And so to give these kids that experience is incredibly powerful for us. I mean, that's kind of where we'd actually like to take this eventually. My ultimate dream, is to start a camp like that in East County somewhere,
Wow.
where it would be a collaborative camp with a lot of the organizations and companies around here, and it would be a place where there'd be arts, and then, you know, we could run skate camps all the time, but it'd be
Music
so
camps.
much more.
Have you heard of Borrowed Time Farms?
Have not.
Should
They
link
know
you up with
about
them.
you. They know about you, but they're in Fallbrook. Might be. I mean, it's not too far away. But
They have a really
built-
cool ramp.
They were going with the Kevin Costner Field of Dreams model. Build it and they will come.
Yeah.
But it's this epic ramp. They did such a good job, and they're trying to get, you know, different agriculture, permaculture techniques. But you guys got to connect, because there's this synergy that is a force not to be reckoned with.
Yeah, they're really cool. We met him just through the podcast too, with a skater we had on, our friend Ace, and they've wanted to collaborate and do some stuff. We should do a fundraiser there. Something.
See, here it is. The universe is working again. Here we go.
Exactly.
Just
Everything's
sprinkle
gonna
that
be all right.
stardust out there, and the magic happens, man. It's fucking cool.
Exactly, man.
So
So
now-
that camp. So remember Fuel TV when that was a thing for a little bit?
Yeah.
There's like the skate, and they had a show where they had the Element skate camp, like Camp Woodward, but like they had the skate camp there, and then it was so crazy. I was camping there one time, and then like just walking down, and found that skate park and it was empty, and because it was like off season, there was no kids, but I didn't have a board, and I was like, wow, this is the sickest park.
Did you just
but I
run
can't
on
do
it? Just like,
I was just
slid
like,
around.
the shoe.
yeah, dude, like huge. It's all wood, and there's like huge bowls and like huge ramps. It's so sick.
Yeah. So being able to do that, gives us such incredible pleasure and joy to send these kids. And then when they come back, they relay their experiences, and what's really cool too is these kids come from all over the country. And most of the kids, of course, aren't coming from backgrounds like our kids, right? Because it's almost $1,000 to send a kid to the camp. So they're coming from families of means. And these kids come back and they've developed relationships with kids from, Walnut Creek or Phoenix, Arizona, or, and so all of a sudden their minds start to expand like, wow, it's not just about my hood. And I met these really cool guys and, I had nothing in common with them at the beginning of the week. And at the end of the week, we're going to stay in touch.
Wow.
It's amazing. And then the idea of them realizing that there's more out there, than the barrio and the ghetto and, and the downward cycle of things they see, that they get maybe a flash that, if I did this or I could do this or how could I get here, and that's what we want to instill. We just want to give these kids the idea that there's more out there, that there's people who care about them and that they can dare to dream, they can.
Yeah. And that's a memory they'll hold on to until the end.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to camp and it was East Coast. One of my distant cousins, I don't even know like where the cousin, if he's like a second cousin or a third cousin, but he owns a summer camp, and I think about those moments, just like going to the lake, jumping in, picking some blackberries, and just like the very simple things that the modern day to day doesn't get to take part in.
Exactly.
Yeah, you need that. Dan, you're always camping, huh?
Oh, I love camping. I just went to Vallecito with my mom and her partner out by Agua Caliente.
Oh, nice.
And it's beautiful.
That's
I love
awesome,
it.
man.
Any chance I can get, I want to camp.
That's so great.
That's really cool. You guys do that. I didn't even know that was a part of what the program does.
And
It's great.
Talk about, this guy just had his wedding at the ultimate wedding place. Big Sur.
Yeah, I got married at the Henry Miller Library.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
isn't that so
Congratulations.
Thank you.
With a super crazy band. He had his band and then like a super group, like wedding band of some friends.
Yeah, some amazing friends. Jesse Adello was leading the group. Brian Barbrand was the front man. All friends, just friends of the scenes. We got a lot of really great, talented friends.
So cool, man. Love is a beautiful thing.
Were the rivers still flowing like wildfire?
The rivers are flowing. I mean, right now the rivers are flowing, but it's also on fire, which is great. Yeah, there's a fire right now time and season in a place where there's never fires, but there's fires now.
In Big Sur?
In Big Sur, yeah. Cool. I've got a friend up there. Brady said the power was out for about 3 days, but it's back up and running now.
Dang.
But I love it up there. It's a magical place.
Yeah.
And did you just get married?
Yeah, in August.
Oh, wow.
August, yeah.
How's that finger feeling? Is it a little weighted?
It feels great,
down?
man. I play better than I've ever played.
So you have a slide kind of forever now.
Yeah. I got my mobile slide.
I'm surprised it wasn't just the whole finger ring, just a
Well, and
forever slide.
you and Tina are an inspirational couple, man. With her, she's an awesome leather worker. So she's got her craft, and you guys go and do pop-up markets together all the time, right?
Yeah. It's good. We, get up super early and, bicker putting everything into the truck and walk the dogs and each do our tasks and then show up. And then, she makes amazing leather goods and has grown from when I first met her just like doing it in the kitchen, to now she's going to be moving into her own shop in Barrio Logan.
Wow.
Right above Salud.
Wow.
And she's really excited about that. Yeah. The owner literally like kind of made the room for her. And we just linked up at the end of December and it just kind of worked out. So,
wow.
Yeah, she moves in, it was supposed to be ready January, took a little more time, but it's now ready. And so next week she's going to be moving into there, but she's got, all her machines and presses and stuff like that. And, last year spent about a month in Burns, Oregon, learning how to make boots.
Wow.
And wants to make boots. To make boots, you need a workshop like as big as this, at least, with
I'd
machines.
imagine.
Another 4 machines that she doesn't have, and lasses and all these things.
One day, man.
Yeah,
One
one
step
day.
at a time,
One
you know?
yeah, one dream at a time, one step at a time,
Yeah.
piece by piece. Baby
One-
steps.
One guitar strap at a time.
Yes. Exactly.
So hit
What's
her.
the name of her company?
It's called Hard to Kill.
Hard to kill.
Hard to kill.
It's gonna last for a while.
HTK. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, maybe we could hear a couple more tunes from you.
I would love
This
to.
lovely
Love
evening.
to. Let me put down this nylon string guitar.
Cool. Yeah, beautiful acoustic guitars you got over there. A lot
Thank you.
different from the normal Miss Henry wildness, Wild Dan.
Yeah. I like to get nice and somber and heartfelt, and when screaming up on stage and playing my electric guitar, there's a sensitive man.
Right.
Those
The yin and
boots.
yang. The yin and yang.
I just knew you were getting sentimental in the barn is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just takes the purple lights to
Exactly.
warm me up.
It's all in the purple lights.
But yeah, this is actually that guitar, my 12-string guitar I bought that up in Grants Pass, driving back from Burns, Oregon. We stayed up in Burns, Oregon for about a month, and
Oh, cool.
with, it's beautiful up there. It's about 4 hours or 3 hours east of Bend, Oregon, which is a really cool town as well. So, and this guitar belongs to my wife.
Really?
And
You're borrowing
it's a
it?
cool vintage Yamaha.
What year?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm not, I'm no badge expert, but there's like an orange tag in there, and that means something. It's from some time, but
Somebody could tell.
I'm a fan of Elliott Smith, and he played one of
Nice.
these, and it makes sounds I like. So
Nice.
I've written a lot. There's something really special about a guitar that you find and you write and you play with, and
Oh, totally. You bond with the song is just birthed out of it and stoned in it.
yeah, there's a lot of juju.
That's what we're.
And when I first met my now wife, she had this guitar there, and then when I'd be there, I'd be like, "Oh, let me sing you a song. Let me write you a song."
Aw,
So
that's so awesome.
So I'm gonna play a song that is about a woman, not my wife, unfortunately, because this is about the woman, some gal who will remain nameless. And I'm really grateful for the experiences with her, because I would have never met my wife if it wasn't for her. So it's
Everything
a good thing.
leads you to where you are.
It's about
right?
it not working it out,
Yeah,
and it's about a full moon and going to chase that moon. Sometimes you're not meant to see the full moon, and but you know what? You'll get lucky and you'll get married on one. So
Right, there you go.
that's how it goes.
The story goes.
I went out chasing the moonlight. I guess you could say it wasn't coming my way. I felt like I must have been too much, 'cause this girl that I know, she just won't pick up her phone and tell me some kind of answer. Tell me I can come over, just make me feel like I'm older than a kid in high school who doesn't have a clue. I went out chasing the moonlight. Yeah, why, I guess you could say it wasn't coming my way. I felt like I must be a loser, 'cause this girl that I know, she just won't pick up her phone. So I guess it's just me and you tonight, moonlight. But the devil makes three, so we're gonna be alright. So I guess I'll keep
Yeah.
Epic. I felt that.
That's a song. It's called Chasing the Moonlight.
Felt
it's on a record that's called All By Myself. It's available on vinyl, on Bandcamp. You can order it online. You can find it in record shops locally. You gotta support them local record shops.
Right.
Is that Lose?
Lose Records down the street. These
It's not
Blind
at
Owl
Lose, but
get.
it should be at
Let's
Lose.
get
I'm
it
gonna
at
make
Lose.
You need to
darn
get
sure it's at
all
Lose.
your Blind Owl releases in Lose, dude.
Yeah, I need to.
Some people don't leave Encinitas like Zach.
It's true. It's scary out
There's
there.
a
dude.
few. I know a few people that like everything's here. You know, his work's
My
right down
car
the
just
street.
breaks down after 5 miles. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, I feel it. It's easy.
It'd be nice to have those records at Loose. That's all I'm saying.
I made a mental note. I gotta let you know.
Love that song. though.
Giving
That's-
M
makes me feel
Theory,
good.
Vinyl Junkies, all the good stuff. All right, you want to do one more tune?
I would love to do one more tune.
Sweet. What do we got?
So this is a song that's called Home, and I wrote this song. I started writing the song in Boston. I was actually with my dad, and my dad and I couldn't sleep, and we both ended up in the living room at my sister's house, and he was watching TV, and I was like, hey, you told me, I used to, growing up, I'd go in the garage and I found a book of all his like poetry, and he would write all this poetry in Spanish and in English, and I was like, hey, we should try writing something together, and we started writing this chorus, and then never spoke of it again until I was like searching for that last minute song for a record. Like, God, I feel like there's just one song on my record coming out this year. I was like, this record just needs, I don't know, some kind of song. Like, there's something there. And I whipped together the words that day and then came, and it was actually a session with Thomas from Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
On drums. Thomas is an amazing drummer.
That's for sure.
We recorded this all just live, and I sang it live, and then got Jesse Adello to arrange strings and horns on it, and
Sick.
played some other things on it. Jody Bagley on organ. Jordan Andreen was playing the piano, and he engineered the whole record and had audio design, which is no longer, but Jordan's still
R.I.P.
engineering away.
Can't stop that guy.
Can't stop that guy, no.
He lives for analog.
Yeah, yeah.
He bleeds tape.
Yeah, he bleeds tape. It just comes out of him. So this is a song that's called Home, and it'll be on that record. It's coming out.
Is Marco on bass?
Jeff McElroy is
way.
on bass.
Legendary.
Yes, Jeff McElroy.
Shoot.
Who was amazing bassist. He's still alive and still here with us. Just I played with him in Howlin' Rain, and he was quite a man, a legend, a myth, all the above. More stories.
That show that we got to play with you at the Casbah when it was like
with Marco.
The legendary picture that I always think about with the 3 jazz basses. Yeah, taken by Canadians, Ocelot, and Howlin' Rain, I think.
Yeah,
I think about that often.
That was a good show.
Right. Sick, man. Well, can't wait for the new record.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Thank you.
Man.
So, this will be the close. This is the closer. So it's the closer of my set, the closer of the record. So
Sick.
It's
Closer to the barn time.
closer to the barn time. Here we go. Home, 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 where I can be. Home is all I need. Home, 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 where I can be. Home is all I need. Home, sweet home, home where I can be a little faded and naked in my dreams, and the beauty I
know. Is there somewhere I can always go? Home, 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 where I can be. Somewhere out there is a home for me. And the beauty I have seen is what keeps me moving. But I'm leaving for the coast, and the sun's rising up, so I know I should be home. Home, home where the sun meets the sea, or up on a mountain with big city fountains in my memories. Home, sweet home. Home is all we need. The picker and the painter, the preacher and the teacher, all agree. Home, home, home is all we need. Somewhere out there is a home to be free. Home, home, there's a home where I can be. Oh, it's out there somewhere for me. Home, sweet home, home where I can be. Home is all I need.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amen to that, man. Home is all we need. Home is where you make it, right?
That's where you make it.
I love it, man. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your songs today, man.
Thank you, Kyre.
Yeah, tonight. And thank you so much for being here, John.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Maybe so what's next for both of you guys? Like, is there any events coming up right now for Rolling from the Heart? Like any fundraisers or ones we need to book? That's for sure.
No, we don't have anything on the calendar right now. We are going to have a golf tournament again this year. We didn't
Awesome.
last year, but I don't know when. And just put it out there. If anybody wants to collaborate on some type of fundraiser or do something, just reach out to us.
Awesome.
We're at rollingfromtheheart.org. You can reach out, get in touch with me, and we can figure something out. But yeah, we're always looking for an idea to raise more money so that we can continue to grow this thing and help more kids. And just you guys inviting us out here tonight helps us get the message out. We really appreciate it. It's a really cool collaboration to be able to be here with you. I wish you so much luck in your endeavors, and I really hope with this whole COVID thing, I know with artists and especially with musicians, it's hit you guys particularly hard. And I'm a big fan of live music. We go all the time. I'm a big fan of music, so I'm personally hoping, for selfish reasons, things unlock and we get back to the new normal, and we can come to see shows like yours, and you're able to play and hopefully earn a living doing it. So
Yeah, amen to that.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
You know we need it.
Right.
know we
Couldn't
need
have
it.
said it any better. So reach out, guys, to rollingfromtheheart.org. And what about for you, Dan? I know you have a Booze Brothers show with Mrs. Henry coming up, right?
Yes, we have our first show back this year at Booze Bros in Vista. And we're going to be playing all night.
Shout out Matt Weiss. again.
Yeah, shout out to Matt Weiss. Matt is a great
He
soul.
booked that
He's
one,
a
yeah.
really great guy.
He
And
is.
Matt had been hitting us up to do the show, and Josh, for a while now, and I'm really glad we're doing this.
And we should mention his dog needs some help right now. So that's another, if you guys are feeling generous, there's a
know that.
GoFundMe. Yeah, there's a,
for Matt or for Josh?
for Matt's dog,
For Matt's
Dottie.
dog.
Yeah, so if you guys know Matt, or if you want to look that up, check it out if you're watching too. But yeah, so they've been hitting you up for a minute, huh? Like
Been hitting us up for a minute.
need Mrs.
So,
Henry.
yeah, it's the right time, and it's a great place. So it's going to be March 11th at Booze Bros in Vista, and we'll be playing all night. It's a free show, and we'll have probably some friends come and join us and
epic.
play a song here or there, and then working on doing the last waltz again this year at some point somewhere with someone, and
There you go.
and a lot more stuff too. We'll be going south of the border at some point, and maybe many points this year.
Yeah,
so
I
we'll
love all
see.
the press down in Mexico. Playboy Mexico.
Yeah, Playboy
Getting some
Mexico.
spreads in Playboy.
Yeah,
Wait, that sounds like something we got to talk about.
yeah. It gave a good good excuse to follow the count, right?
yeah, right. Yeah, like no. Well, Mrs. Henry had an ad in it.
Oh, I'm just reading about Mrs. Henry being in there. What?
like wait, why? Why?
How does that tie into Mexico?
That's some good
There's
PR though. That's cool.
Yeah, it just
Playboy Mexico.
Yeah.
Playboy Mexico.
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't
different-
know
it's a
Playboy
different
had
sector.
different regions.
Yeah,
They
well,
do,
it's
apparently.
just like Rolling
they do.
Stone or like any of these, kind of bigger networks or media outlets where,
Right.
they just have them in France and
Yeah.
Because they're not speaking English down there, so they don't want Playboy America.
Yeah, they don't translated version.
Yes.
So,
Well, go out and support March 11th at Booze Brothers. Buy it. I mean, there's tons of awesome releases from your record label, other great local bands, all the Mrs. Henry stuff. So that blindowl.com or
yeah, blindowl.com, blindowlsd.com. You can follow at blindowlsd. And yeah, our next release is actually with amazing gentleman named Xander Sloss, who plays bass in the Circle Jerks.
awesome.
Xander signed to the label last year, and I met Xander through working with a nonprofit group that was I'm blanking on the name right now, Piece of Pie.
Okay.
And it works with artists. They've worked with like Micah Nelson and many talented artists, and they put out a song and donate. An artist donates proceeds from the streaming and the downloads of it to foundation. We did it to the Minority Humanitarian Foundation here in San Diego, which helps refugees and people from all over the world that are coming through and getting processed here in San Diego, being the border.
Yeah.
And they help them go find their family here,
Dang.
which could be all the way in New York or in Florida or in the middle of the country, so it's a pretty cool cause. But it's always a cool thing to get involved and meet people through a good reason and a good cause and organization. So I met Xander through that, and Xander has an amazing solo record coming out that's called Song About Songs, and he's also doing their first Circle Jerks tour. They went on tour last year. They started, and Circle Jerks are gonna have their first show of 2022 at the Observatory.
Nice.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Circle Jerks is a band.
Yes. Yeah. Circle Jerks is predominantly, they are a band. They're
They're
kind
mostly
of
a band.
They're mostly a band. They're
They have a side gig, I heard.
yeah, I heard about that.
yeah. They're
Little
kind of the godfathers of the hardcore punk.
Yeah.
And one of the most fundamental inspirational punk bands of all time.
Totally.
So yeah.
How cool to put out his record.
Yeah, which is totally the polar opposite. It's more like this. It's very acoustic and super sensitive.
He has to have his outlet too,
Yeah, exactly.
just like you.
Yeah.
How cool, man. Well, that's really awesome, man. Andrew's he's not new to the record. He's put out a lot of cool records too. We have some of the wooden ones in the little case over there, but we're gonna try and start putting out some records too. So everyone, keep your eyes out for that.
Nice.
We'll have to do some collab parties and stuff, and
That would be awesome.
as fundraiser for Rolling from the Heart.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, so tie it all together.
It sounds like we're doing it tomorrow.
All right, one step at a time, one step at a time. Well, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you so much to our amazing guests and our host, Zach, and our amazing team over there. We also will have some great photos from our friend Amanda, who's here, and we got Andrew and Ryan just holding it down as always. And yeah, so if there's anything else anyone wants to say, I don't know. Otherwise, we can just call it barn time.
So happy to have you guys here.
Yeah.
You guys are such beautiful people.
Thank you, Zach.
Let's keep it going, huh?
Thanks.
Yeah. To a good year.
Yeah.
Shall we end it with the Chihu?
Oh, definitely.
So just so you know, the Chihu melody is like... it's like
So first of all, what is
is
like
Chihu?
real quick. It's important. We got to
so
tell them
Chihu
about
is
it.
Like,
Wait, talking to the mic.
It's basically anything. So you could be like, yeah, I was at the store. This person kind of came up to me and was like, little Chihu. So it's kind of whatever you make it to be.
It's very philosophical. It's a way of life. It's just a random saying, a noise. It's just something Zach introduced into my life. And now it's said every 5 seconds.
It might be sexual.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Yeah.
That's it.
So we'll do it
Only
Chihu on 3.
sometimes.
What do you think?
Yeah, like all right. Yeah, let's do it.
1, 2, 3. That's barn time.
That was not corny at all.